I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Total Apex Media Podcast. We're on our 13th episode, everybody. You know what that means? Lucky 13. Oh, yeah. I'm your host, Corey. It's going again. Always joining me, we have Michelle, Molly, Andrew, and Brandon. How's everybody?
Lovely.
Good.
Fantastic.
Great. It's been a interesting week in this, of course, in entertainment and sports and everything else, of course. This week, on this week's episode, we're talking tag deadlines. We're talking chocolate. We're talking about a married Leon. And, of course, we're talking about everyone's hero, Bruce Campbell. But first, Andrew and Brandon, what sports?
Right, sports. Here we go.
Well, this week there's a whole bunch of NFL news, but something just broke in WNBA. So I'm going to let Brandon take it real quick before we get into all the NFL stuff.
All right. So thanks, Andrew, for throwing it to me real quick. So the WNBPA executive committee members, Kelsey Plum and Brianna Stewart, wrote a letter Monday to the Players Union Executive Director, Terry Jackson, expressing serious concerns on how the PAs are handling the current CBA negotiations. I will have an article on this on the site after this live recording, so look forward to that for more information. Obviously, this is a huge development as two of the biggest stars in the WNBA have had concerns, and it's concerning. If they're concerned, fans should be concerned. So with that, I will throw it back to Andrew to start with the NFL stuff.
Yeah, so we're basically there was a whole bunch of NFL news stuff this week. We had the combine, we had the tag deadline today. But of course, Molly, Falcons in Atlanta have to be involved like every week for whatever reason. They're one of the teams playing in Madrid. I'm pretty sure there's 8 international games, and the opponents are TBD for some of them. But I know the Ravens are a possibility, I think. So that'll be interesting together. And the bigger news, the Cardinals cut ties with Kyler, basically saying, unless we barring like a last-minute trade, which, when you say that in public, that basically means you're not getting the offers you want. They're going to be paying $35 million to not play for them. So whoever's going to get him in free agency is going to get him on like a very, very cheap contract. Depending on where he goes, like maybe Minnesota. I heard that it's a big rumor today. Brandon, what do you think about the Kyler situation?
Kyler's going to go somewhere to compete for a job. I don't know if he'll win a job because he has not shown he's earned a job over the last, last couple
years.
Seasons. Last couple seasons. He has not shown the ability that he's earned a starting caliber job day one. He's going to have to compete for it. Minnesota is an interesting spot, obviously, and everything like that because of the J.J. McCarthy situation. As, people have talked nauseum. 9 was not great last year. So it's just one of those situations with 9 and now having to compete with a veteran. Most likely, though, I think Cousins will be back in Minnesota before Kyler Murray. That's just my 2 cents on the situation.
Yeah, if he goes to the Jets, I feel like it's disaster all over again. And then they're also getting rid of Fields, and it's like you're barely upgrading. I feel like it's like a kind of like a lose-lose situation. So we'll see who wants him. That's kind of the big thing because there's not that many good QBs in this class. And then I'm pretty sure Sunday, Monday, the Houston Texans, we got another trade. There's a lot of trades happening before the actual season start. The new season, the league year starts. The Houston Texans trade for Lions running back David Montgomery for like a 5th rounder and like a 7th rounder. RIP to Sonic and Knuckles.
Yep.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs, he can be very coveted in fantasy now.
And so is Montgomery, to be honest with you, too. I think Montgomery gets a fresh start in Houston, fantasy-wise. So
yeah, Mixon's done over there. Woody Marks, I'm pretty sure as a rookie, like every game he like started, he got hurt, but he came back.
Yeah.
So
he
it's
came
just
back
one
and
of those
played
things.
in the game.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then the Browns, they traded with Houston, the same team, Houston, for offensive lineman Titus Howard. So basically, the Lions get, the Browns, get a relatively young starter offensive line, gets a fresh start. But Houston's going, totally nuclear on their offensive line. Like, obviously, it wasn't good, but they're gonna have to rebuild again. Like, this is like the 3rd time.
Yeah, exactly.
Offensive line, so a lot of pressures on Stroud. And then today, 27-year-old starter for the Bears, the center Drew Dolman, he announced his retirement, which is not shocking because we have gotten young retirements before, but for a Bears team that made the playoffs and almost made a run, like they made a pretty good run under Ben Johnson. Like now they have to go find a starter, and Washington, they cut their starting center, and he just happened to pick it today, right when this happened. So maybe they do, but yeah, I guess the other ones, two Viking stuff. They cut Aaron Jones, the veteran running back, and then Javon Hargrave, the D tackle. And then now today, it was reported by Adam Schefter from ESPN that the pass rusher Jonathan Grenard's rumored to be available. So the Vikings are just clearing house and cutting bait with some of the old regime guys. What do you think about all the Vikings moves?
The Vikings moves are interesting to say the least. I think the Vikes needed to go younger at running back, so I get them cutting Jones with the money he was getting paid. Hargrave was a head scratcher, but he didn't play well last season in his defense and everything like that. So I could see that as well being an issue. And then the Grenard news, for me, he would be one of the top edges in trade value or in trades right now, other than Max Crosby, who's another speculation of maybe getting traded by next week from the Raiders and everything like that too. So
yeah, we talked at nothing about Max Crosby, but Grenard, he was coming off of pretty sure a 13-14 sack season with Houston before he went to Minnesota, and he was pretty good in Minnesota. He wasn't bad or anything. It was just he's kind of in his prime. I'm pretty sure he's like 27, 28. But the other two guys, Aaron Jones and Hargrave, they're going to be more part-time players, veterans. And then real quick, we'll cover the Commanders officially cut Marshawn Lattimore. That didn't work out at all for them, and the Chiefs cut Jawan Taylor. That was not surprising at all. He was just bad. And the Cowboys, we may or may have touched on it, but they re-signed Javonte Williams. I thought that was a great move, and they tagged Pickens. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get a long-term deal done. I don't see how you let that guy leave the building. And they restructured CeeDee Lamb, who they paid to last year, and Dak and Trey Smith, they all. It's kind of crazy how you could just like restructure these guys, like not to have like infinite cap, but there's a lot of leeway.
It is leeway, but as a fan of a team that knows how to do cap space better than anybody, good for Dallas for trying to get their cap situation correct and make it competitive in the NFC East. That's all I'm going to say about that. So
yeah. I'm pretty sure on a previous podcast, one of our guests mentioned the Cowboys being a sleeper team. Well, actually, if they can fix their defense, it can't be worse than last year, because last year was a total train wreck. That offense just has to be good again. And then the 4 players that were tagged, I'm pretty sure Bruce Hall, he's going to be stuck with the Jets. That's kind of unfortunate for him. Mm-hmm. And then, we talked about Kyle Pitts before, and then George Pickens. There wasn't actually that many tagged players as much as I thought there would be. Like, the Ken Walker stuff, is Seattle losing him? Yeah, that kind of throws in a wrinkle if he was made available. Same thing with Trey Hendrickson. And I wanted to add in there for the Bengals, this is because they re-signed Dalton Reisner, their starter last year. This is the first time in like the last 5 years that all their offensive linemen are coming back. Like there's no turnover, or there's no like big injury or anything. So that was kind of interesting. And then
a unit that it was still lackluster last year with the health that it had. So it's crazy to see.
Yeah, and then the Colts, they're working out a long-term deal for Pierce, but he might hit free agency because they can't tag him because they use the very exclusive transition tag at quarterback, meaning basically he's going to get paid for this year top 10 money. So he's going to be making like $37 million, which is kind of insane if you think about it. This hasn't happened for the QB position since 1996 with Jeff George and the Falcons. I'd like to mention that. And basically the difference between a franchise tag and a transition tag is basically if at the set value, if another team wants to offer him the same amount or more money, he can sign with them if the original team doesn't match. And the thing that sucks is you don't even get any draft compensation. He can just walk with that new team if that team decides to pay him, that insane number for 1 year. But you never know. Like, I know he's coming off of a torn ACL and everything, and
Achilles.
Yeah, Achilles. Yeah. But man, he was good. He was. Yeah. If he played, all those games, I would argue he could have like been a comeback of the year player because it was so bad with the Giants, and Shane Steichen kind of changed the course of that team, and then they went all in with the Sauce Gardner stuff. But it has been used on other positions before. Like I think last year they did that with Kyle Duggar, and then they cut him. But it's more of a risk because if another team really likes that player and they're desperate enough, like they will pay it. And what do you think the Colts should like do? Like, should they still like invest in Daniel Jones long term, or I know they're gonna trade Anthony Richardson probably, and then they have Riley Leonard. Like, what's the plan here for the Colts QB situation?
Oh, pray. Pray. That's all I can say is pray. Because Daniel Jones isn't it. They're probably going to trade AR, bite the bullet on that bust of a pick. Riley Leonard, he's not really it. And they traded their first round pick to the Jets in the Sauce Gardner deal. So they don't really have options at quarterback for the next couple of years. So because they don't have the 27 first round pick either. to invest in. And in the better quarterback draft in 27, you don't have a first round pick. Shocker.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
The writing's on the wall for Ballard, and I mean Steichen's a good coach, so I hope he lasts. Like he doesn't get canned with this current regime. But I mean, speaking of Indianapolis, like perfect segue. Like we had the combine this past week, and we had an all-time record at like basically every position. But there is a caveat because I feel like because certain players are not testing, it's like limiting the pool of data that's gathered between all the players, and that's kind of like raising the average because it was like historic besides pretty sure linebacker and safety are the two that they actually broke like all-time combine records. But besides that, like the averages are getting higher, but that's more for testing. But I mean, overall, what did you think about the combine week and what you saw?
First, I'm going to shout out last Friday's podcast with me, Jacob Pirine, and Jerry Harkins on the combine. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's our latest podcast. That was a fun show. Looking forward to having one or two of both of those guys on together again because that was so fluid and fun. My top winners of the combine are Sonny Styles.
Of course,
His Thursday was probably the best Thursday of anybody by far. Jeremiah Love is going to be a top 5 pick now because of his combine. Probably Kansas City is going to have to trade up like they did for Mahomes, but they have to trade up into the top 5 instead of the top 10 if they want the running back that bad because he's not getting past 5, I don't think right now. He's a winner. Sadiq is another winner. He's best 40 by a tight end in years. And so with a 4.3940, which is crazy to see from a tight end at that size run that fast. So that was a winner for sure. Another winner is Arkansas's Washington. That was the fastest 40 out of anybody with 4.26 over the weekend. His stock went up, probably be like a day 3 pick still, but he's one to keep an eye on day 3 now for sure. And then I'll shout out, like I did on Friday, I'll shout out D'Angelo Ponce again, 43.5 vertical. Most of his workouts are going to be at the Indiana Pro Day, but the vertical was the key at 5'11" to see if he had the vertical leap, and he did. So he posted one of the best verticals for a corner. So those are my winners right there, Andrew.
Yeah, you can go watch that or listen to that podcast on Spotify. I'm pretty sure you can watch it now too on Spotify.
Yeah,
they have that. That was a fun listen. You guys hit the nail on the head with the deep dive. Also, Sonny Styles' brother. Man, it's crazy what they had at Ohio State. Like, how did Ryan man, it just makes the QB and the coach look way worse with that amount of talent that they had. But the final note, unfortunately, it's a sad note. Colorado, Dominic Ponder died at age 23. It was due to a car crash. This is actually like an epidemic in college football. It's kind of like a meme in Georgia. Of course, Georgia. It's not even it's actually serious. I don't know what the solution is. Obviously, everyone they can get an Uber for free. I'm pretty sure those teams have those contacts to where they don't even have to pay for it. They just I'm not sure whether or not the car crash was due to drinking, driving, or anything like that. But it's just unfortunate.
It's sad for him and his family and everything like that. Now he was a veteran. He was going to probably not do anything at Colorado this year, but he's probably just there to bring some stability to that room. But at the same time, it sucks for him and his family and Colorado as a whole and that family, on that team. So prayers up to his Dominic Ponder's family. So
but that'll do it for sports. Thanks, Corey, for having us on.
All right, everybody. And of course, like they said, go listen to the podcast. It is now on Spotify and, of course, still on YouTube. From the bright lights in sports to the bright lights in Hollywood, here is your entertainment tip. with me. So, Michelle, I might actually need your help a little bit with this one because you actually watched the show with our first.
I did.
Oh,
The SAG Awards. The SAG Awards was this weekend, of course, and it was this Sunday. So we're going to kick off a couple things first for the 2026 year. Uh, every year, the ceremony reminds us why actors are, the beating heart of Hollywood, why they're ones that we look up to. And of course, this year did not disappoint. There's a list of full winners, but of course, we're not going to go through all of them. We're going to go through some of the biggest ones here real quick. Of course, it was hosted by everybody's favorite, I say Veronica Mars, because that's how I know her. But Kristen Bell, a.k.a. Anna from Frozen, still making that Anna money. But how was she?
I thought she was good. Some of the jokes kind of fell flat for me, but she did get a chance to sing. So I mean, she could sing anything, and it would be great. But there was this whole running gag of having people like competing at table tennis for this weird award or trophy that she supposedly had made herself. It was weird, and I didn't care for that bit, but I don't think that was necessarily her fault.
Right.
So,
I saw that, of course, one of the biggest winners for the night in the film was, of course, it continues to win winners. Not only for the best film, but best outstanding performance from a cast in a motion picture, but also best male actor in a leading role. Michael B. Jordan, of course, who continues that whole movie continues a whole other life at this point, right? For some odd reason.
who doesn't like a good vampire movie?
Yeah, and that's the thing. When I went to go see it, I didn't realize it was a vampire movie.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they were very subtle about it, so I guess that gave it like a huge edge to. Because when you hear Sinners, you're not thinking vampires. You're thinking, oh great, another church movie. So,
well, for me, the way it looked like they were just dealing with some demons or whatever, and then it turned out to a vampire movie.
yeah, I haven't actually seen it, but it's definitely on my to be seen list, especially since it keeps getting so much attention and so many awards and stuff.
Michelle, after this podcast, put it on. I'm dead serious. You won't be disappointed. Put it on after this podcast. All right. Also, counter question. What's this win do for his Oscar chances? Do y'all think?
It's looking good. Even if he doesn't win,
he's
best
at least
male
nominated
or anything, this movie's winning something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
because it's between him and Chalamet for me. I think those are the guys that are in front right now. But
that was one of the snubs last night, from my understanding. And Chalamet did not win.
Nothing.
Willy Wonka is he's gonna call an Oompa Loompa on him. But on the TV side of things, there was also winners, of course. The AKA Apple TV's This Studio, which is a satire and for how Hollywood studio works. It continues, and of course, it won best TV ensemble. And then, of course, with the sad passing of Catherine O'Hara, he, even in the afterlife, is still winning at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a lot of tears, a lot of very emotional reactions when her name was read.
Right. So I'm very glad for that. I'm also glad that they mentioned everybody in the in memoriam that has just passed, especially James Vanderbeek. He keeps popping up on my TikTok now.
Yeah, the in memoriam was very beautiful. It was incredible.
But you guys, we'll have some more news with the SAG after, of course, on the website. Well,
I just want to quickly mention a couple of my favorite moments.
Yes, let's go.
So before the at the very beginning of the show, multiple actors got to say something, and then they said their name and I am an actor. When Michael J. Fox, when it was his turn, the entire room just erupted. It was incredible, and it was really, really nice to see, that he was given that moment. And then also the Pit actually got some awards, including Noah Wyle, and the show. So yeah, that was incredible to see, because that show is really good. So if y'all haven't seen it and get the opportunity, I definitely recommend the Pit. Right. And then of course Harrison Ford.
Yes, Harrison Ford teared up and let his heart bleed last night, and that was very good. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
His speech when he accepted his Lifetime Achievement Award, and also Woody Harrelson presenting it to him, it was wonderful. And seeing a man like Harrison Ford get that emotional and everything, it was really incredible. So some of my favorite moments from the show.
Yeah. Well, you guys, and I'm pretty sure they can still watch it at this point on Netflix, right? Or was it just a live?
Yes. Yeah, it was live, but you can still watch it back. So
you guys head over to Netflix, watch it, check out everything, or head over to YouTube and watch some of the highlight moments.
Right, just watch segments if that's all you want.
Moving on to celebrity news. Some of our heroes, I don't know who you, but he's my hero, of course. And this one's a bit somber. But Bruce Campbell, actor icon and the man behind Ash Williams in the Evil Dead franchise, revealed on a heartfelt social media post that he's been diagnosed with cancer. The good news, and there is good news here, is that his diagnosis is described as treatable, even if it's not fully curable. And of course, leave it to Bruce to deliver the news the way he only can. So last night, I'm on X looking for stuff, and I see this article. This post. 30 minutes, 30 minutes had been passed. He had posted it within 30 minutes, and it literally showed the fact that he's got cancer. And he has his whole thing, and he's tough and whatnot. He's Bruce Campbell about it and everything. So, now
he's gonna show cancer his boomstick.
Yeah, he is. He really is. And if he's not, we always got that book.
Why is it that almost every other celebrity that we hear about has cancer?
Don't know.
No clue. Now. The reason this is particularly timely is that Campbell has been gearing up for something really special. He's been working on an indie film called Ernie and Emma, which had its world premiere on Valentine's Day at the Holly Theater in Medford, Oregon. Right, and he has been, of course, planning a really exciting run. 20 Alamo Drafthouse screenings, of course, with Q&A. Scheduled in September through November. So he's going to be touring. He's still, even though he's got this, he's still working. With his diagnosis, those plans are now up in the air, of course. He is currently focused on recovery with hopes of being well enough to take the film on the road. And honestly, I think everyone in the fan community is rooting for him. So, Bruce Campbell, good sir. I hope you get better soon. Take that boomstick and show cancer what it means to beat it. All right. I'm actually interested in this Ernie versus Emma. That's a whole other movie.
That would be a movie. That would be a movie.
Ernie and Emma movie, just because we're not used to seeing Bruce Campbell outside of something like action or horror comedy. So next, one of my favorite albums of this week, the Gorillaz finally put out their album this past Friday, The Mountain, and they're gearing up for their 2026 tour. All right. So this is the ninth studio album, of course, from Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett, who have been putting life into this virtual band since we were all probably
knee high to a grasshopper. That's how we say it in stuff.
Yeah, teenagers. The album, of course, has many guests. From my understanding, there are about 90 different vocal guests on this album.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Some include Dennis Hopper. Yeah, that's right. I said it. D12's Proof, Tony Allen, Bobby Womack, and The Fall's Mark E. Smith. This is an extraordinary item that pulls off, extraordinary thing to pull off, and the results of the album feel genuinely timeless. Not only that, they premiered a short film on Friday, or music video, but it's a short film, including 3 of their songs from the album, which was not AI made, by the way. It was human made, and they want everybody to know that humans put time and effort into making this project.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go.
That's a big thing. That being said, they are gearing up for the North American tour. Damon Albarn will be joined by the full Gorillaz live band and, quote, some very special guests. It's in quotes. Meaning that there's probably going to be a mixture of different artists on that stage. The tour, of course, kicks off in at least the U.S. tour kicks off in September on the 17th in Orlando and runs all the way through October 31st in Seattle. Hitting major venues like Madison Square Garden, TD Garden in Boston, the Kia Forum. I'm hoping they hit Atlanta, to be honest with you. I would love to see the Gorillaz.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
I'm too far away from Atlanta to go see them.
Yeah, but maybe they'll come here. Maybe they'll get lost out there.
Wait, I thought they were going to that Georgia thing that you were showing last week.
They are going to Shaky Knees. So, yeah.
Hey, you can see them.
I can see them, but I don't know if I just want to go see that. That's an expensive ticket.
That's true. If you're just going to see one band, that's not really like that's not very like economical if you're just going to go see one band.
Yeah. Next, of course, my favorite new anime, and I've been gushing about this for the past week. There is a live action Sakamoto Days. If you have not watched this series, first off, go to your Netflix, watch it. There are 2 seasons out.
He's talking about are you talking about the live action or the anime?
We're talking about the live action. You see the live
action?
Okay,
I'm just making sure. I forgot. I didn't know if the live action was actually out. I'm sorry.
It's not out yet, but it's coming out. It's actually coming out in Japan, April 29th. Yeah. So we still have some time. But they just dropped a new trailer, and which features a song called Bang, which is performed by a Japanese boy group called Snowman. Yeah. So I mean, what is it? Is it? Let's see. You got K-pop and is it J-pop? Is that the
J-pop? J-pop, yes. J-pop, J-rock, stuff like that.
Okay.
Japanese pop.
I bring this up because I wanted to show off what the live action version, especially if you've seen the anime. It's going to be funny or read the manga. It's going to be funny to see this man in a big fat suit.
Yeah. And just in case some people are confused about what Sakamoto Days is actually about, it is about a very high-level assassin who falls in love with an ordinary citizen woman and decides, hey, I'm going to leave that life behind, and that's what he does. And one of the side effects is that he gets pleasantly plump.
Yeah.
And the only time you see him at his best is if somebody's going after his family, and then he, for some odd reason, does a whole, like, transformation
back
into bad, but self. I can't cuss.
Yeah, I mean he does. It's really I just finished watching the first 2 seasons, and he's really content on having this quiet life, even though all these assassins keep coming after him. But the one person that I'm afraid of is not even him; it's his wife.
Oh yeah, his wife is awesome
because she shuts it down anytime. So if you have not seen the anime, go watch the anime. I'm excited for the live action film. I'm hoping we get a release date for when it's going to hit America, if it hits America and everything. And then finally, my final story. On Friday, I went to go see Scream. But enough about that movie. We're here to talk about
enough about that movie. Hey, you're lucky you got this trailer in front of your experience of Scream. I had to wait till they released it online the next day.
Well, and that's what I'm here to talk about a little bit. There are actually 2 different trailers. So in front of Scream, there are 2 different endings. It's the same trailer until they get to the end. At the end of the trailer in Scream, there's a Scream joke in there that they throw in.
Of course.
Especially, it's just like, it could be like Scream 6 or whatever. You mean the one without? Yeah, Or no, they'd be like, this would be like, something with Scream. This has something to do with one of the things on there. But I'm super excited because this is bringing back a lot of the original cast. Yep. Of course, Marlon's back. Shawn Wayans is back. We haven't seen him in anything for a very long time.
Yeah.
I have questions about these images.
Yeah, it's Anna Faris is back, of course, Regina Hall, and then even some people from that we wouldn't expect. Like Sherry O'Terry's back as the reporter from the first movie. Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott.
Sorry.
No, Chris Elliott is back as the butler with the small hand.
Yes.
From the second movie, and then even. Bobby Prince himself, John Abraham, is making a comeback. If you guys can actually see right down there, he's doing a face.
He's doing the smile. The smile.
And so there are actually a lot of different movies that are supposed to be parodied in this, of course. Smile being one of them, Sinners. Yep. Of course, Halloween, Ma.
Yeah, Ma. Yeah.
And of course, Scream itself overall. And this is supposed to be focusing on legacies and everything. My favorite joke out of the trailer, to be honest with you, is Brenda and Cindy reuniting again. And Brenda's like, "Do you want a hug?" And it's just like, "Yeah, but I don't know if I can because I'm a Republican." So she's like, "All white people are racist." So I think white people are racist.
Yep.
So the goal for this movie is to push the boundaries of comedy. It wants you to be uncomfortable, but it wants you to be able to laugh again. We're getting back into a renaissance of parody movies, and I'm looking forward to it big time, especially after Naked Gun. We got Naked Gun this past year.
Yep.
Now we have Scary Movie 6, so I'm looking forward to it, y'all. Has anybody else seen the trailer?
I have.
I have seen bits and pieces of it.
I've seen the trailer. I wanted to see it in the freaking theater. That's the reason I went to Scream 7. After hearing the stuff I heard about Scream 7, I ended up not liking Scream 7 as much as some people did. But I'm in the majority of the camp with Scream 7 that this ain't about that. My theater had Ready or Not and I think The Mummy in front of Scream as the 2 trailers, not this Scary Movie 6. I was like, what the heck? And I even asked the usher. I even asked the little guy with the broom afterwards, like, y'all didn't get the Scary Movie 6 trailer? And he was like, nah. I was like, dang it, man, come on.
Did you go to an AMC?
I went to Zeus Digital Theaters.
That's probably why. Because I think they were doing an AMC exclusive.
See, that's that. Yeah.
Yes.
That's probably what it was.
Right. I like the fact that they got Goofy back.
Yeah.
Brandon got gypped. Sorry, I'll stop teasing you.
especially since we know and one thing that has been cleared is this: a lot of people have been answering about continuity. Scary Movie There is no continuity.
There's no
No.
continuity.
First
at
off,
all.
look at Brenda. How many times she died in those movies?
Exactly.
For reals. She is the immortal Brenda.
Right. He literally one of the jokes in Scary Movie 4 is, Brenda, I thought you were dead.
If they do a Scary Movie 7, there's going to be a chance of a Highlander fight because they're redoing the Highlander as well sometime soon.
Right.
And Brenda will be the last Highlander.
And then my last two things for this, and then I'll move on real quick, is that Marlon Wayans has been talking about this. Not only about this, but he's been out there talking about how Scary Movie kind of got taken from the Wayans, if nobody knows that, by the Weinstein Company.
Yep.
But he actually put a video, and I encourage everybody out there to go watch it, of him going into a theater and bootlegging his own trailer.
Yes.
Literally, I'm bootlegging my own trailer. And then, of course, the original release date was going to be June 12th, but now he announced today that it's actually been moved up to June 5th of this year. So we're getting out a week sooner than we should be. So
interesting. So did they move it because of competition on the 12th?
Nope, they moved it because the trailer is so popular.
Okay.
People want it now.
Right. So, and then when he made that announcement, he was actually in the room editing. They were in the editing room. So it looks like he was working on the scene.
I hope it. I wanted it to be so. I wanted it to be good because, like luckily I saw Send Help first before I saw Screen 7. But I want another palate cleanser. I'm hoping Scary Movie delivers it.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, if you guys want more entertainment and read more about it, head over to totalapexentertainment.com. All right. Now, from the entertainment living to the gaming living, it's Molly with gaming.
Why? Thank you, Corey. Okay, so we did talk about this on our new gaming podcast for Total Apex called Total Apex Gaming. I don't know. I kind of like the name I thought of better, but I got to put it to a vote first before I use it. Anyway, but this new podcast meets on Monday at 3 o'clock. So if you want to tune in, you'll get more in depth on gaming news that we like to talk about.
We're losing your voice, Molly.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you were able to tune in on Monday, you probably already know what I'm going to talk about. But does everybody here know Resident Evil, the games?
Oh, obviously.
Obviously, yes. Do we all recognize? Do we recognize this fine gentleman right here?
That is Mr. Leon.
That is Mr. Leon Kennedy. Well, Capcom decided that they were going to spring up a nice little bombshell on us at the end of the newest Resident Evil game, the Resident Evil Requiem, which is the 9th installment of Resident Evil. And that, if you're paying attention to the last cutscene, you'll see Leon slip something onto a certain finger on a certain hand. Leon Kennedy is married now and is confirmed in some character sketches that you see if you've completed I think in the credit scenes. So now everyone is in a big hullabaloo about who he's married to. There are two camps, one of them being Ada Wong, the other one being Claire Redfield. So who do y'all think he's married to?
You said Ada Wong and Claire? I think it's Claire.
Claire. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that it's Claire because of how similar Leon and Claire are with, matters of justice, doing the right thing, stuff like that. However, people like to harken back to the fact that Leon and Ada Wong kissed at the end of Resident Evil 2 Remake, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But Ada Wong and Leon are kind of toxic to each other, so probably not that if you went to therapy and stuff like that. So, but yeah, now the thing is like whether or not Capcom is going to tell us, that's a whole different story, because sometimes they'll just drop in like little hints that you literally have to be playing this game with a microscope or a magnifying glass. I'll get the word eventually. And you'll find like this one obscure picture of Leon in a wedding tuxedo with somebody, and you've got to like look at a certain angle to figure out who it is based off of the outfit that they're wearing, because it only showed up like once in a game like several years ago, and the only people that knew about it was the collector's edition players. Something like that.
So what if, I know the whole community is up in arms whether it's either or, but what if there's a third option?
My vote was Chris.
Well, no. Okay.
My vote was Chris Redfield.
Fourth option then.
Okay.
Fourth option.
Somebody.
He went from third option to fourth option in 2 seconds.
Okay. What if it's nobody that we even know?
Okay.
That could be a thing. A lot of people started asking whether or not Sherry was his wife, which is kind of giving people the ick, because if you played the remake, you know that Leon and Sherry were in Raccoon City at the same time during the Resident Evil 2 remake. And Leon was a full-grown adult while Sherry was still like maybe like 9 or 10 years old. But they're working together in Resident Evil 9, spoilers in case anyone else hasn't played. But yeah, he's working together with Sherry, and they both share a new mutated form of the T virus, which they probably contracted in Raccoon City when they escaped. So I got the ick when they said that, because Sherry was a literal child, but then again, they're both adults because she's like in her 20s now, stuff like that. But I still don't think that's the thing. But
dang, my earmuffs didn't work, Molly. I was trying to not hear the spoilers.
You're good. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I try not to, but sometimes it's
a must.
Some of these games, I think I like watching other people play, and then I just I don't know. I don't see myself like ever, because those are pretty long games, if I'm not mistaken.
They are. And on actually a more interesting note, Resident Evil is known for its puzzles. Like throughout the whole entire game, there are puzzles, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, there was this really interesting puzzle that happened throughout the game, and a streamer accidentally solved it. He was the first one to solve it, and I cannot remember the name of the person who did it, but they literally got to the end and like, oh, I solved the game, but he did not tell anybody until the 4th day that he had played it. He had solved it before then, but he did not announce it until like 4 days afterwards or something like that. Right. After Resident Evil was released. And everyone was like, how did you do that? And apparently this guy just pokes around every little thing when he's playing a game, which honestly is what you should be doing anyway, because you never know.
Right.
But that is the big ruckus in the Resident Evil gamer community, because Leon is married. Now people want to know who he's married to, and Capcom will probably never tell us because they're just sadistic like that.
I personally think he's married to what's her name, the lady with the big personality.
Oh, Lady Dimitrescu?
Yes.
No, she got swatted in Village, so she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
She's got swatted. But that's all I have for gaming. If you want to hear more about it, come and join us on the new Total Apex Gaming podcast that happens on Mondays at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you, Molly.
Back to you, Corey.
Thank you. Well, everyone, it's a very surprising. Me personally, I thought he would have ended up with Alice, but oh wait, no, that's just the movies.
Wrong one.
Yeah. And yeah, those movies lasted a long time. All right, so from gaming to living in a chocolate world.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up, Jerry?
And we
I'm
just
sorry.
got a-
I'm sorry I said your name wrong.
we just got a shout out from one of our from one of our
Yeah, we had to respond. So
yes.
brief interruption.
Yes, brief interruption. All right. Let's go back. Let's go into this living chocolate world with Michelle with Total Apex Living.
Why couldn't we have made him happy?
All right. So my segment has morphed into recalls. We have
recalls.
We have more recalls. And look, I made a cool graphic.
I like it.
Courtesy of Canva. Yay, Canva. All right. Moving on. Because we don't got time. We've got too many things to talk about. So we don't have time for that. All right. So first off, we have some food. Now, you may notice a gallon of water here. When is water ever recalled? Well, now it has been. Valley Springs water, including infant water, has been recalled. And the reason being, there was a problem with the bottles. So apparently the water was bottled under, quote, insanitary conditions. Now, I used the word insanitary because that's the word used in the notice. So, but unsanitary is what we would normally say here in the United States. So yeah, if you want more details, head over to Total Apex Entertainment. We'll pop the link. I'll pop a link in here right now for you, for if you're worried about the water. All right, but we ain't got time for that because we got to move on. We have meatballs.
Okay.
We have Bremer Italian style meatballs. These are sold by Aldi. So if you have an Aldi, there's a possibility you have these meatballs. These meatballs have metal in them.
I might have those. Oh, come on.
Metal fragments.
Last week was glass. Now we got metal.
Yep. Today is the metal day. So these ones have metal. And you know, we know anybody who's shopped in an Aldi knows that there's only one size of the product. There's not a lot of variation. So you know if you have this or not. If you do, it could be a problem. Don't eat them. Check out our article for all the details. Because yeah. Meatballs. All right.
Michelle, you can slow down. I'm sorry, sweetie. You can slow down.
A lot of these, though.
Okay.
That's a lot. Let her get through. Let her get
through.
So actually, these meatballs were sold in 35 states. So they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
And they were not taken off shelves until they were taken off shelves on February 22nd. So if you bought it after February 22nd, you're okay. If you bought it before February 22nd, check your freezer because these things have a 15-month shelf life. So your best buy date is going to be October 30th of 2026. So check those. Check your meatballs.
Check your meatballs.
And I can say that I'm Italian. All right.
Sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have done that.
That's all right. That's all right. So next up, we have cottage cheese sold by Walmart. So we're hitting all the best places where you get your inexpensive groceries.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me refresh my memory on what was wrong with the cottage cheese. Oh, yes. Some of it was not fully pasteurized.
Ooh. It's the raw milk all over again.
Yeah. So
why are you eating ice?
So the company has issued a voluntary recall. And once again, we do have the full article on our website. And not your meatballs. I know, yes, your meatballs. So we have a full article on our website, and I just dropped that link for you. It's dangerous because the pasteurization is what kills off bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. It's probably if the cottage cheese has one of these things, for most people it's gonna be just a bad day. For some people it could be really
Hospital
bad.
trip time.
Yes, it could. So this stuff was sold in 24 states between February 17th and February 20th. Again, I'm not going to list all these states. There's 24 of them. If you live in a state in the United States, you may have this stuff. So if you have it, you want to throw it away or return it to Walmart. There's also a phone number you can call for the company itself if you want to. They did catch it before anyone got sick. So
is Indiana one?
I don't know. You can check the link. Oh, go read the article.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I actually had meatball for dinner, but we don't go to Aldi, so.
So you're safe. You're safe from the meatballs.
I just had all of those tonight.
No, you didn't. All right. Next up, we have things that are on fire.
No. One of my massive fears: a pressure cooker.
Oh yeah. Wait till we get to this pressure cooker. That one's fun. All right. So first up,
wait, that looks like the one I had from my house, kind of. Wait a minute.
You bought some of the cottage cheese and got sick? No, really? Holy moly! Oh no!
Indiana might be one, my dude.
You might want to check that out, like right now.
Check the article. See if your Indiana is the state.
Yeah, and there's instructions on there for what to do. Holy
Mary, I need you help me for Thursday. I need you help me for Thursday.
So first up, we have in the bottom image there, what you're seeing is the Royal Oak Flame Saber lighter from Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. These were sold sometime between 2023 and 2025. The problem with these lighters is that they are missing the child-resistant mechanisms, and they also were missing labeling requirements for hazardous substances. So if you happen to have one of these, and we have more images available in the article as well. If you have it, you can stop using it. That would be first. And contact Royal Oak for a refund.
Especially if you're
not going back to the store, you're contacting the company.
Especially if you have kids that are wearing those Mayer one-piece onesies from last week.
Oh my God, yes. If you have the Mayer pajamas from before, don't let this near your children. Nope. But no, seriously, children like to play with things, and they may get curious, and they could literally set themselves on fire. Yeah, or your house.
Or your dog.
Right.
Don't set the dog on fire.
All right. The pressure cooker is going to be the last one of these three. So you guys are going to have to sit here and stew for a minute.
Why? Why?
Because it's just the order I have them in.
No.
All right. Next up, the Baby Sense Max View baby monitor. Now, firstly, the part that is catching fire is not the part that goes in the baby's room. It's the part that goes in the mommy's room or the daddy's room, the parents' room. Indiana was not on the list. So
might go on the list now.
So these what's happening is they have something in them that, because they're rechargeable, so these contain a lithium ion battery. And during charging, they can spark, overheat, and catch fire. And I believe this is one where it actually has happened. 11 incidents have been reported, but there have been no injuries.
That's good.
So these things are exploding.
Yes.
Exploding, but nobody's been hurt yet. So if you have one, you're going to want to stop using it. Seriously, do not plug it in again. If it's plugged in now, unplug it and let it die. Let the battery go, because that's your best way of protecting yourself from any damage or injury. And then you're going to want to contact the company, which is Hisense, HISENSE. I can't spell. And that information is in our article as well. So if you have one of these, definitely get your refund. Oh no, they're offering a no-cost replacement. Apologies. That one's not a refund, it's a replacement.
I would rather the refund.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking that a refund would be better in this case, but this is what's being offered. The other thing too is when you dispose of these things, you can't just throw it in the garbage. Yeah. You need to contact your local community to find out, your local municipal, how your local community handles hazardous waste. There are going to be options, but don't just throw these in the garbage, because what could happen is if it gets into one of those big garbage trucks and they do the thing where it crushes the garbage, it could cause an explosion that could harm people.
Yeah.
It would cause damage. It can harm people. It has happened. So please do not do that.
I know that's not a funny thing, but if you put it into a movie.
An exploding garbage truck.
I'm sorry. I know it's not funny, but everybody please take it. It's not funny. I'm sorry.
All right. So last one of these things that are catching fire is, and this is not literally catching fire, but it's causing burns. The Gourmia pressure cooker, and that's spelled Gourmia. And these were sold by Best Buy, I think.
Okay, I'm good.
Let me double check.
No one can afford Best Buy anymore.
Right,
what the heck?
Best Buy.
I'm good.
So this
thing
was
good. I don't have that one. Thank goodness. I hope I don't have that one.
Sold by Best Buy between 2017 and 2020.
Wait a minute.
So,
when did we buy our freaking... Wait a minute.
You are having Brandon recalculate his entire the last 5 years of his life.
So this is really, really serious. So the model number is GPC 625, and again, this is total all in our article. There is not a recall on these. That's the reason I put the word danger instead of recall on this image, because the Consumer Product Safety Commission is trying to get the manufacturer and or Best Buy, rather. I want to get the right people. The manufacturer or Best Buy to take responsibility and do a recall. They are saying no. So what you can do is stop using them right now. And the reason you want to stop using them is because there's several things wrong with it. First, the lid can pop open while the cooker is still pressurized. So scalding hot steam and food could go kapsh. And then there's more. Well, actually, before we go on to the more, there have been 5 reports of this happening, and 4 resulted in second-degree burns.
Oh, yay, fun.
And then the next thing that's wrong with them is the float valve, which is a thing that lets you know, so you can tell when it's been depressurized enough that you can open it. That thing is in the handle, and you can't see it very well. So you're kind of like, it's a guessing game. Is it safe? Is it not safe? Maybe. I don't know.
That is not a place for a float valve.
No, it's in a bad place. And then
horrible design.
Still more. Inside the inner pot, the volume markings are wrong. So you could accidentally overfill this thing.
I don't like that game.
So it's just bad. It's a bad product. If you have it, I would recommend stop using it and take a scissors to the cord.
Oh no!
Before
I
you
hope I don't
dispose of
have
it.
it because that's the only one we can. I hope I don't have that one. I hope
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
So because the reason you want to cut the cord before you dispose of it is so that someone else can't garbage pick it and like use it. Because it's
Save
not
the
a
next
safe
person.
thing to use, and you don't want that on you. Don't do that. I don't think I shared that one yet, so let me drop that in here. Let's play throw that in the trash. That's right. I agree. Throw that in the trash. That right there. All right. We've got one more before the chocolate.
Yes. Trash ball.
So
I played
this
I
one.
at least played trash ball.
Anybody? Do any of you guys grill?
Yeah, I used to.
No, I don't. I don't grill. No.
Me and grills do not get along.
Do any of you have a grill brush made by Weber?
No.
No, I do not.
I
Used to.
guarantee that somebody watching or listening to this right now owns one of these.
Well, yes, quite
And
possibly.
the reason why is because this recall covers 6 different models, as you can see, several images here. And there are 3.2 million of them out there in circulation because they've been being sold since 2011. And they are offering a replacement, Weber is, but maybe I should tell you what's wrong with them.
Tell us.
Those
please.
little bristles on these particular brushes are made of metal.
Yeah.
And they can detach.
Yes.
When you're brushing your grill and some bristles detach and they stick to your grill and then you throw your steak on.
Yeah.
Now you've got metal in your steak, but you can't see it. It's really, really small. So you eat your steak and now you have a metal bristle inside your body that's going to pierce your esophagus.
Yeah. They're finally addressing that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not know? I've heard so many stories about this exact thing before 2011.
To put this in perspective, at least 38 reported incidents have been reported, and 4 of them required medical treatment to remove the bristles from their throats or digestive tracts.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 people have been to the hospital, probably more. But that's the ones we know about.
Can I say a little story about it?
Yeah.
Yes, my facial expressions exactly. I was watching this one doctor explain that a little boy had come into her ER complaining of ear pain. Right, so they thought he just had a regular ear infection. Didn't have nothing. They gave him a scan and saw that they had a little tiny thing at the base of his throat, like right in here. Right, he had been to a family get together. They grilled on the grill. He ate a burger, and that pierced the back into his throat, landed right there, and it got infected. And this was a little bitty baby boy. This is like a little toddler, and he was in so much pain that nobody knew what was wrong with him until that scan, and it was a bristle. So, please, pay attention.
This is super serious. So the reason I chose these particular images, they're directly from the CPSC notice, is that they show the part of the brush that has the symbol on them, the maker symbol, like Weber's thing. So you want to look if you have these. So there's the wooden ones, and then there's the ones with like the plastic handles. So there's 2 different kinds. And total of 6 different models entirely.
I don't know if they have a lawsuit, but
I don't know if there's a lawsuit.
If Weber doesn't do anything, there could be civil damages.
Yeah, they have been. These ones are no longer being sold. And if you contact Weber, you don't need any proof of sale or anything like that, proof of purchase or whatever. Obviously, because you've probably had the thing forever. It's been hanging off the side of your grill or whatever. But if you contact Weber, if you have one of these, they will send you a replacement, a new one that has nylon bristles instead of the metal ones. Yeah. So they have improved the product. This particular thing is no longer available. But, you know, they may turn up in certain places like garage sales and stuff like that. You never know who has like 10 of them in their garage.
Awesome.
So
awesome. Burn them with fire.
But we're over our hour, but we really, really need to get to this last one. This is a really hard one.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And
oh no. What's he gonna do?
Sorry, Michelle. You were too busy wasting our time waiting on the pressure cooker.
You for Corey to come back. I don't know what he's doing.
Keep going.
Okay. All right. So this one's really hard, like I was saying. But it's a hard subject. It's really important to pay attention to
you'll see
this really stiff set of information that we have coming up.
Right? Very hard.
It's very hard.
Information.
It's so hard.
It is. I knew it was coming.
Whoa. That's my product.
This product is called, let me get it right, Boner Bears chocolate syrup.
Yeah. Yeah, I decided to make Boner Bear. What happened?
Well, the FDA has put out a notice, and there has been a total. The company Lockout Supplements has issued a voluntary nationwide recall of all of the Boner Bears chocolate syrup because it has an undeclared ingredient.
And what's that ingredient?
It's called sildenafil. And sildenafil is the active ingredient in a product called Viagra.
Oh my God. Well, I remember when I first made that chocolate syrup, you know, Bill said that it wasn't a good idea to throw so much Viagra in there. I didn't think he'd throw the actual, get down to the nitty gritty to it. It was the hardest sell I had to sit there and make.
Now, we're laughing because it sounds funny, but honestly, this is actually very serious because if you happen to consume this, I guess you consume it. I'm not familiar.
If you have a adverse reaction to it, or it lasts more than the recommended hours, then you probably need to go to the doctor.
Well, it's worse than that though, because if you don't know that it's in there, because it's not on the label. And this stuff reacts with nitrates, which is a class of compounds found in several common prescription medications. Things like diabetes medication, high blood pressure medication, high cholesterol medication, and medication for heart disease.
Now, why did you create something like that, old Corey?
Well, you know, me and the wife were sitting down one day. She wanted some chocolate ice cream, and we just weren't getting enough loving out there. So, I tried the bear frosting, but you know, it just didn't do anything for her. You know.
Now, so this stuff is actually dangerous for some people, and so if you have it. Stop using it, return it to where you bought it, or contact Lockout Supplements. All the information is in the article as well, or you could go to the FDA's website. I discovered something interesting though when I was researching this particular one, because the FDA has an entire page just dedicated to these types of products because they so often have undeclared ingredients. This stuff is dangerous. Just don't freaking buy it.
Well, I mean, can I say something? It was dangerous with when you just saw the bears on the bottle. Okay.
Listen, what those bears do in their life, Brandon, listen to me. All right, just like Becky said, what those bears do is their business.
Oh, I got it. I get it.
No, just to put this in perspective, though, the Boner Bears chocolate syrup was listed on the FDA's website on February 13th. On that same date, 3 other similar products were also listed. All of them chocolate.
What's going
all
on?
of them containing potent and harmful drugs.
Yes, stay out of their woods.
What's going on there with sex with chocolate?
I don't know. But anyway, that's what I've got for you today.
Actually, I just remembered something for living.
Oh,
Michelle, is it true or is it not true that something is happening tonight?
Oh gosh.
Oh, well, no, the eclipse was actually last night.
Okay, but we're getting the blood moon today, right?
We do. Today is the full blood moon. So yes.
Okay.
I can't see it because it's cloudy outside.
I was just.
Yes.
Why would you waste my time with that, Molly? Why?
Well, guys.
I'm kidding. No, you're
I'm not.
Corey, stop eating your syrup.
Don't tell me how to eat my Oreo flavored.
Don't tell him how to live his life.
Bear chocolate.
Go into the doctor.
Now don't bring Oreos into this. They didn't do anything.
Oreos are innocent.
Oreos are fine. But anyways,
you're right. But if Oreos wants to sponsor the podcast, feel free to contact us.
No,
give us free
kidding.
Oreos. Just give us free Oreos.
So that's what we have for living tonight. Thanks everyone for indulging me and the Boner Bears.
And the Boner Bears. That was great.
Listen.
She told me I couldn't say anything to anybody until the podcast, so I was biting my tongue almost for a week.
Yeah, we wanted to, spring it on you guys.
we wanted to see what your stiff reaction would be.
Okay, we're horrible. Okay, let's stop.
All right.
Oh no.
Double stuffed. Yes.
Chocolate Oreo with
syrup.
Black bear chocolate pudding.
We are way over our time, guys.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for the podcast this week. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, of course. And guys, stay stiff. Stay hard out there. It's hard.
Keep it chocolatey
thing, all right, out there, all right. Keep it chocolatey.
Hey, Corey, real quick before we go, can I say something real quick? During the show, we had a development from the New York Giants. They have released their defensive captain Bobby Okereke.
Linebacker.
Their linebacker. So
yeah, I just want to fit that in there.
So
why did they release him?
Just to cut some cap salary. All I got was
Are you saying he was too hard to handle? So they had to release him. All right.
Hey, Brandon is trying to be serious here. It is a serious subject.
Yes,
it's a very hard and serious subject.
This is sports ball.
It's
always trying to keep a stiff upper lip.
All right, everybody, we're over time.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Everybody, have a week. All right,
have a week.
Bye, everybody.
Hopefully not too hard.